Target Series Season number 11 opener heads to the Daytona International Speedway for the running of the Hershey Kisses 300. On the pole for the first race of the season is the 40 of Jose Mills and 2 outside, starting in second, Trey Rainey, making his final ever Hershey Kisses 300 start in the Target Series. He will be retiring at the end of this season. Third place, Red Madison Tall. Fourth place, Eric Olson. And rounding out the top 5, it is Matthew Wells in the 16 car. Starting in 6th position, Sebastian Kukulon in the 00. 7th is Alex Turner. 8th place for Jeff Wright, a 2-time Target Series champion. In 9th, we have Justin Zidell. And rounding out the top 10, Season 5 champion of the series, Jennifer Buford. Back behind them, we have Casey Nanico with Jake Gowie, the 22, his inside. Then we have A9 Roman Fenway and the 33 of Sebastian Dupain, along with Max Anderson, the 23, and the 60 of Michael Gregory. Then we have Keyshawn Richardson and the 8 of Eli Bright. Bronson Minnick and 2 is inside last season's champion Brett Seard, looking to repeat that performance with a win here at Daytona. Then there's Landon Lyons, the man he beat for the championship last season, and Jay Jefferson, 2 is outside the 1 car. Taylor Brian Price in the 09 and 2 is inside the 29 of Code Red. Then there's Zachary Fitzwater Sr. and the 22 of Levi Schoen. Mason Basker is making his first ever Target Series start. Danny Lloyd, the 10, 2 is outside. Then there's John Smith in the 04 and the 38 Van McDowell, another 2-time Target Series champion. Then there's Zachary DeLello in the 24 and the 55 of Colton Yo. Then we have DJ Reed in the 99 and the 41 of Alex Fletcher. Anthony Nez in the 21 car, 2 is inside the 88 of Luke Rainey. Then there's Landon Dinkins in the 6, along with Tommy Fletcher Jr. in the 77. Then we have Colin Teague the 2 and the 17 of Jake Richardson. And rounding out the field, starting in the 41st position, Riley Spurley. 42nd is the 64 of Evan Hunter. Before we get to the command, though, we have a little bit of a special announcement. For the first time in the Target Series history, I am joined in the booth by Trey Bartow. Trey, this is obviously your first time on this channel. What do you expect out of this race? Do you expect to see some craziness, or do you expect it to be a little bit more orderly than what we're used to seeing?
No, I'm definitely expecting to see some craziness out of these guys today. It's a Target Series. From what I've heard and from what I've watched in past seasons, they tend to get a little dicey there. I've talked to some of the drivers before the race today, and they're excited to get in the cars, and I believe these guys are going to go put on a good show.
That is for sure. And now it is time to go down trackside, fire these cars up for racing at Daytona.
Drivers, start your engines.
The command has been given, and 42 engines are going to roar to life here at the Daytona International Speedway for high banks racing in the first Target Series race of season number 11. So, Trey, with it being the first race of season 11, everyone wants to start the season on the right foot. Who is your pick to win here today at Daytona?
Oh, man, it's Daytona. It's always hard to tell who's going to be able to get the luck out of this place. It does take a little skill, but mostly luck. I'm going to have to say I'll have to go with the 30 of Justin Zidell. He definitely knows how to wheel his car, and hopefully, like I said, the luck's on his side, and he'll be able to bring this home P1.
That's a good pick for sure, and obviously, as you mentioned, Daytona, starting position means nothing. It's all about the luck around this racetrack. 18 laps in the Hershey Kisses 300. Jose Mills, Trey Rainey in the front rows. We kick off the season number 11 of the Target Series. Green flag, and they were racing at the World Center of Racing.
Jose Mills has a very big lead coming here out of turns 1 and 2. That could be a good thing, but that could also be a really bad thing, as the cars can get a very big run. So we'll see if the cars behind him are going to duck down low, or if they're going to stay out behind him and help him increase his lead there.
As you see already behind the front two, they are 3 by 3, wasted no time trying to use different lanes of draft to get up to the front. Madison Tall in the 47 will move to second behind the 40 of Mills, who's going to come off turn number 4. It looks like he's going to lead the first lap of season 11 of the Target Series.
You can see him go down to block that bottom lane. As most of everyone knows here, the bottom lane is definitely the most preferred lane. It's the shortest way around the racetrack, and that's where most of the passes are made to pass the leader. But sometimes, very rarely though, you can see people make the runs on the top work as well. But as we see here, looks like 3 cars are out front single file now, and everyone else is at 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 behind them.
You see that synchronized move, Alex Turner going with Jake Gow. However, Jake wanted to take it a step lower and go 3 wide for the top spot. His nearest help is Keyshawn Merchant in the 11, just behind Keyshawn. Last season's champion Brett Sierra coming to the front in the 48, just behind him the man he beat for the championship, Landon Lyons in the inside. As Jake Gow clears, he moves out to block Alex Turner. Keyshawn looking to the inside, into the travel. They're side by side. Second lap goes to Jake Gow in the 20, but Keyshawn's the preferred lane into turn 1, the advantage, with Brett Sierra coming to his inside now 3 wide.
Yeah, Brett Sierra coming out of the try over there saw he was starting to catch up on Keyshawn there, and he decided to take it low to get past him. Definitely not waiting to get back into the rhythm that he did last season to win the championship. He's going to try to start this season off with a bang and get the first win of the season.
Landon Lyons go to the middle there because he got shuffled out by Code Red in the 29. Brett Sierra getting the nice push from Keyshawn Merchant. He'll clear that middle lane. We'll see if the bomb of Code Red can get there. Brett shuts the door in that 29. So is Brett Sierra. Code Red leading the way here at Daytona. Levi Shones, the 22, will move up to third. And here comes Mason Baskers, 19, up to P4. Front 3 in line orderly, but Code Red breaks low in the 29 car. Side by side with Brett Sierra. The third lap will go to last season's champion Brett Sierra in the 40 and the outside.
Yeah, Brett Sierra seems like he had a very strong car out front, but you know, as the draft, once you get behind someone, it's kind of harder to control your car because you have all the air around you with all the cars surrounding you. But once you get out front, you can usually get about a car length. But if someone makes a move on you, you got to be able to react fast so you can block their run. Unless if you don't, you're going to get passed.
And almost looking 4 wide for the race lead there. The 99 DJ Reed made a big move, but McDowell was able to clear that blocking off. McDowell, a 2-time Target Series champion, won it in back-to-back seasons for Roush Ryan Racing back in season 6 and 7. Now he's here with the 38 team, looking for some success there. And this Toyota Camry right behind him, he's right behind though Mason Baskers, 19, who currently leads his first ever Target Series laps. And here comes Luke Ray, the 88, one of the best on these types of racetracks, moving up to third, but 2's inside, challenged by the 6 of Landon Dinkins.
Yeah, Luke Rainey started in the back of the pack at the beginning of this race, but as you can see, he worked himself up front, but now he's on the outside, which doesn't seem like he has that much help behind him as everyone else is on the bottom. They're working together, but he might be able to catch back up to the back of the 6 here and make something happen. If not, he'll have to figure out a way to get back down to the bottom.
And here comes Basker's teammate Riley Sprout, who 3 wide to the bottom, starting in the last row in that 9 car. Evan Hunter also starting the last row with them. They start 41st, 32nd, but here they come up to the front of the pack, 3rd and 4th, as we're come around complete 5 laps. So it takes 5 laps to go from the last row to the front of the field. Maybe something for these drivers to keep in mind as we get to the end of this race, how fast it takes to shuffle up through the field.
Yeah, that is very true. You do want to set yourself up to be able to be at the front, but near the end of this race, of course, you got to make sure you watch out for the big one if it happens, more like when it's going to happen. These guys are seems like they're keeping it pretty orderly at the beginning of the race right now, but as the laps wind down, they get closer to the finish, they're going to be making bolder moves to get out front. As you can see, the 77 of Fletcher Jr. getting to the bottom of the 19.
And just behind him, Luke Ray was on the top side just a few laps ago, found his way down in line because the pack got a little spread out the front of the field. The back of the pack, they're 3 wide. At the front, they're kind of 2 wide, spread out 3 wide. But Luke found a hole in line, back down to the bottom, trying to get the push from behind from the 23 car of Max Anderson. Max go to the bottom, and Tommy Fletcher Jr. is going to lead in the 77 here at Daytona. 6 laps complete, the Hershey Kisses 300 so far, caution-free, but no short of action, as we've had passing for lead. To the inside goes Max Anderson for the top spot.
Yeah, they are not double wide for the lead, but everyone else is 3 by 3 by 3 behind them, which is going to make it interesting to see what these leaders block. As you can see, the 23 actually goes up top, allowing the 55 of Colton Yo to get down to the inside of him. And we'll have to see if the 55 comes back down in front of the 33 of, I believe that's the 33 of Sebastian Dupain, but he does not actually get down, and Sebastian is going to end up coming to the lead here.
And here come 2 Roush cars. Landon Dinkins, the 6, and the 17 of Jake Richardson moving forward on the inside together. We'll see if Roush can work together here, get up to the front, try and control this race. Dinkins, the big push from his teammate Jake Richardson. 7 laps down, Sebastian Dupain leads the lap. We'll see if the 17 moves on the 6. He will at the exit of the tribal to the inside for the top spot. This pack is currently 3 by 3 by 3, about 15 rows deep. Insane racing here at the Daytona International Speedway.
Some very talented drivers here today, showing you what they're capable of. 3 by 3 by 3 racing here at Daytona is very difficult to do, as it's a lot thinner than Talladega, where at Talladega, you have a little bit more spacing between each car there. But here, you got to be very careful, because if you make one small mistake, it could end your day and end a whole bunch of people's days right behind you.
Alex Fletcher moves to the top spot just behind him as the 24 car. That's Zachary DeLello, and just behind DeLello, a past Hershey Kids rated winner, Eli Bright in the 8 car moving forward. Has up from the 42 car just behind him of Bronson Minnick as he's pushing that 24 to the top spot. We'll see if Eli makes a move here for the race lead. He's right now looking to try and get down to the bottom of DeLello and will entering turn 1. So past Hershey Kids rated winner, Eli Bright to the front of the field. He knows a thing or two about winning at Daytona. He's trying to get his first ever Target Series championship coming off that Gatorade Cup Series championship last season.
Yeah, Eli Bright is very good here. He, as you said, almost contact there with the 24 as he tried to come up and block. That was very close to being very disastrous right there.
And you see that allowed the momentum gain for Matt as well. As I think with him kind of moving up, trying to block that 24, create some side draft onto the 8 car, pulled him back. Matt as well got the run, got by, but here comes Eli's father, Jeff Bright, to the bottom. Season 1, Season 4 champion of the series. Would love nothing more than win the first race of the season at Daytona. It's been a long while since he's had so much success in the Target Series. Looking to turn that around here in Season 11.
Yeah, Jeff Bright seems like he's going to come back down to the bottom here in the 1 and 2, which was a good move on from what I think, blocking Roman Fenway from coming on down to the bottom of him, but leaves the 00 of Sebastian Kukulon in the middle there by himself with no help in front of him to try to push that middle line forward.
As you can see further back in the field, Sonny Shar is making some bigger moves. You just saw Bronson Minnick move down to the middle lane from the top side. As we get later into this race, these moves are going to become more aggressive, and they're going to be a lot more antsy trying to get up to the front of the field. It could lead to some sort of accident. Right now, it is a clear 3x3 pack just behind the 5 of Jeff Bright. John Smith up to second bit now to John Smith's inside. Jennifer Buford, the Season 5 champion of the series, moves down low. Michael Greger has won a championship in the Truck Series, a championship in the Gatorade Cup Series, that 60 car, just behind the 18, but has never won the Target Series. Looking for that trifecta here this season. Moves up to third on the inside. Madison Tall, the 47 width, and here comes your pick, Justin Zeidel, fifth on the inside.
Yeah, Jeff Bright there seemed like he had a pretty big lead, one of the biggest leads we've seen since our pole sitter Jose Mills first brought us to the green. But like we said, with the big lead, good chance that you're going to get swallowed up by the pack as they're much faster because, as you know, more cars is faster than one. But it seems like Jeff Bright's actually able to hold them off, and he's still out front, though. I think this is one of the longest leaders we've seen out front.
That's for sure. Jeff Bright's held it for a few straight laps now, but two champions trying to break away from the pack. Jeff Bright leading Jennifer Buford. Jennifer going to look for some help to get up to that 5 and make a move to the inside. It's not going to come in the forms of Zeidel. He gets put to the top side by the 05 of Alex Turner. Behind Turner, it is Code Red in the 29. And here comes our pole sitter, Jose Mills, back to the front in the 40 car. He is right now 5th on the inside lane trying to move forward.
Yeah, the 18 is there, still staying behind the 5. Seems pretty content there in second for the most part as the 05 tries to get below him, but the 18 actually blocks him, which is actually going to cause it to go 3 wide now for the lead.
3 wide for the race lead. Alex Turner makes the move to the inside. For the top spot, we'll take it away from Jennifer Buford and Jeff Bright. Here comes pulsar Jose Mills to the front. Jake Galloway coming back. In the 48, last season's champion Brett Sierra moving into the picture. Keyshawn Merchant, Levi Jones is just behind him. Turner leads his first ever Target Series lap, and now Jake Galloway looks to the inside. He wants to lead in turn 1. Sierra's going to go to the middle. Behind Sierra, here comes Keyshawn Richardson down low. As Jake Galloway takes it away, his nearest help is in the 11 of Keyshawn Richardson. Levi Jones pushing the 11 forward.
It's going to be interesting to see what Jake Galloway does here off the corner as he goes up top, and the 11 of Keyshawn Richardson actually follows him up top as well. We'll have to see if they're able to keep themselves clear here and get back down on the bottom in 3 and 4 as Keyshawn Richardson actually dives to the inside of Jake there to try to get the lead coming out of 3 and 4.
And here comes Anthony as the 21, his closest help to that 11 car. Evan Hunter, 64, moving on the bottom. Landon Lyons, Mason Baskers, and others trying to move forward at the right time. It's all about timing here at Daytona. As we come around to 5 laps to go, that means in 1 more lap, if we get a yellow flag, this race would be over. So these drivers know at any moment the race could end within the next lap if a yellow flag comes out. Evan Hunter knows that he wants to lead on Keyshawn Richardson, but a great block out of the 11 of Richardson keeps him lead for now. Landon Lyons up to 3rd, Mason Baskers 4th, 5th place now Alex Fletcher. Those front 5 trying to get clear in single file. 4 cars move up, and here's the battle for the lead. To the inside goes the 64 of Hunter, and all the help with them. Landon Lyons moves low. Hunter going to try and get over and get that side draft. Lyons looks 3 wide.
These guys definitely know they're coming to the end of the race. They're starting to get a bit more aggressive here as the front actually looks like they're fanning out a little bit more. Not 3x3x3 for the first, looks like 5 or 6 rows here. It'll be interesting to see what they'll do with all that more space they have.
Alex Fletcher 41 to the inside for a second. That's allowing Evan Hunter to keep the race lead in the 64 for now. 3 wide to the bottom goes Colin Teague in the 2 car. Has a push from Adam McDowell in the 38. Here comes the 14, Casey Nanico. First we mentioned of him all race long. Jake Jefferson, a veteran of the series, coming forward. Riley Spurgeon, another veteran, just behind him. But they're all trying to run down Evan Hunter in the draft as we come to 3 to go at the start-finish line.
Colin Teague is keeping himself tucked up behind that leader there, waiting for an opportunity as he's going to make it here. Going in the 3, Colin Teague below the 64, coming for the lead with 3 to go. It'll be interesting to see if he's going to able to hold off everyone, or if someone's going to be able to take advantage of the run behind him, as the 14 here of Casey Nanico actually drops down below him here.
Nanico with the help from Jay Jefferson back behind. Colin Teague will lead the lap, but that's 3 to go. That's not the checkered flag. We still have 3 more laps of this hard-nosed racing. 3 wide for the race lead goes Jay Jefferson, the 1. Behind him is Riley Spurgeon in car number 9. Luke Rainey, 88. 23 cars, Max Anderson. These drivers all in it to win it. It's all going to be about who times it right here at Daytona. Jefferson to move up. To the bottom goes Riley Spurgeon with the 9. They'll be side by side for the lead. Maybe a little 3 wide as Luke Rainey peeks his nose on the 88 down the backstretch. Has the push from Max Anderson. Can Jay Jefferson clear it off and get down to the bottom? He can't. Rainey's down there. He'll take the lead in turns 3 and 4.
Luke Rainey here is going to have to block as much as he can to try to keep this lead. He has the 23 clear as well. They're both going to move to the top side. We'll have to see as Luke comes actually back down the block, the bottom now. Hopefully he'll keep this bottom line going into 1 and 2 and protect his lead a little more, but we'll have to see what he's thinking, which line he thinks he needs to block more.
2 laps to go at Daytona. Some of the big names at the front. Luke Rainey, a veteran of the series. Brett Serra, last season's champion. Trey Rainey making his final Hershey Kisses 300 appearance in the Target Series. They're all wanting to win it. Who's going to get it done? Hernandez getting the push from Brett Serra down the backstretch to the back of the 88 of Luke Rainey. But can he make a move for the lead? White flag this time by 3 wide for the 4th position. As to the inside goes the 42 of Brunswick. Front 3 are getting away single file. It is Luke Rainey, Anthony Hernandez, and the 48 Brett Serra come to the white flag. Which one of these 3 wins, or will it be someone else back behind?
As you can see, the cars behind Luke are actually peeking as they're going to the inside. Hernandez to the bottom with Brett Serra right behind him. Now what's Brett going to do here? Is he trying to get out to the lead early, as he looks like he's going to try to peek below him going into 1 and 2?
Brett Serra trying to pick up where he left off here at Daytona. Won the championship last season in Homestead, trying to get another win in Florida, this time a Daytona victory. But a hungry Bron Smith comes to his inside on corner exit. What does Sebastian Dupain, Tommy Fletcher Jr., and others do down the backstretch? They're going to look 3 wide for the top spot. Dupain getting the push from Fletcher. Who's it going to be in turns 3 and 4? They are 3 wide for the top spot. Can Dupain clear it off and get them back around to the start-finish line front? Fletcher, Jake Richardson on the inside with Dupain. Will the 33 slide up and allow the 77 to the bottom? Here they race off turn number 4 for the final time. Dupain moves up to get the dropped off Bron Smith. That's going to allow Fletcher to the inside. Back to the checker flag. The winner of the race is Sebastian Dupain in the 33 car, and a side-by-side run to the checker flag, reminiscent of the truck race we had here yesterday. Sebastian Dupain wins the Hershey Kisses 300 in an amazing final lap pass over Brett Serra.
Very impressive by these guys to keep it clean the entire race. Very fun action, 3x3 all the way, always in the backpack. Even for most of the front pack too. It's very hard to do, like I said earlier, but Sebastian Dupain was able to time it just right, get himself up in the lead at the right time, and hold off everyone else. Very close there from the 77 of Fletcher. As you can see here, very, very close. Maybe, one hood there, give or take. Very close, but good win by Sebastian Dupain.
As you mentioned, a clean race, but a very good race at that. And with that over, let's go see and check the finish results and the point standings after the first race of the season at Daytona. Here is how they finished in the Hershey Kisses 300 at the Daytona International Speedway. We had no caution flags today, as Trey mentioned, a very clean race, and 14 lead changes, 14 drivers leading here today in Daytona. And the most laps someone led was 2 laps. Our race winner, Sebastian Dupain, led 2 laps en route to victory, tied for the most laps led of the race. Tommy Fletcher Jr., as Trey mentioned, about a hood off of the race victory. He ends up in 2nd position here tonight. Bron Smith will get 3rd, Jake Richardson 4th, and Luke Rainey rounds at the top 5 in the 88. He also led 2 laps. Eric Olson will get 6th. Last season's champion Brett Serra in 7th, Colton Yo 8th, Anthony Hernandez in 9th, and Riley Spurgeon the 9 rounds out the top 10. Zachary DeLello, Mathis Wells, John Smith, Danny Lloyd, Max Anderson, Trey Rainey, Landon Dinkins, Jay Jefferson, Evan Hunter, and Eli Bright round out the top 20. We look down here, 21st to 40th, Nanico, Fletcher, Code Red, Colin Teague, Fitzwater, Madison Tall, Adam McDowell, Mason Basker, Sebastian Kukulon, and Keyshawn Richardson. Then you have Jake Galloway, Justin Zeidel. Your pick didn't really perform as expected here. Didn't have the luck of the draw in terms of the timing down. Alex Turner, Landon Lyons, Levi Shones. There's Pulsar, Jose Mills, didn't fare well in 36th. Jeff Bright, Jennifer Buford, Taylor Bryan Price, Roman Fenway, and DJ Reed, Michael Gregory round out the field back in the 41st and 42nd positions. Let's now go see the point standings after our first race of the season.
All right, and here are the top 10 in the points after race 1 at Daytona. You got the 33 of Sebastian Dupain leading the points, the 77 with Tommy Fletcher right behind him, 42 Bronson Minnick, the 88 of Luke Rainey, 17 Jake Richardson. Last year's champion, the 48 of Brett Sierra, the 25 of Eric Olson, 55 of Colton Yo, 21 of Hernandez, and then rounding out the top 10 in points is the 9 of Riley Spurley.
Look down here at the rest. Some of these drivers haven't fared well to start out the season at Daytona, didn't have great results. However, it is Daytona, it's race 1 of 28. They still have time to try and get there into chase contention. They have about 17 more races left until we get to that chase point. Let's look down here and see the rest of the field. DJ Reed, Michael Gregory rounding out the points after Daytona. As we look forward to another exciting race, another exciting racetrack. Race number 2 of the season heads to Michigan for the Overton's 300. We will see you guys there.